I wanted to jump on here to talk a little bit about an upcoming event that I'm super excited about. It's going to be an online live patient education meeting talking about emerging therapies for people living with bleeding disorders. And it is one of my really important things that I focus on in my own healthcare is learning how to evaluate the new things that are coming out. There's so much going on in the pipeline, new products that have come out, new drugs that have been administered. Things are changing in healthcare constantly, every day, always. And I can't keep track. I don't know if you're like me, but I have a difficult time knowing when I should make a decision, how I should make a decision, if I should make a decision. All of those things are important. And we wanted to put together a moment where we could come together in a live online setting and ask the experts what is it that they think about these new therapies that are coming around and the new ideas and new ways to treat pain and all kinds of difficulties that we've experienced as people living with bleeding disorders. We want to live our best life ever. And the best way to do that is to be the most educated. It's to have the most information so that you can make the best decisions possible for you and your family. And so that's what I'm excited about. And that's what we're going to be talking about at Emerging Therapies, February 21st and 22nd. As I mentioned earlier, it's online only, and you need to register for the event in order to get all of the links to be able to participate. So go right to our website at hope-charities.org and register right now. Or you can even click this little QR code and it'll take you straight to the website so you can sign up. It's a free event. It's going to be a blast. We're going to have so much fun together. But I've invited one of my good friends to join me today to talk a little bit about some of the education that we're providing and some of the sessions that we're doing. And that is Micah Major from Paragon Healthcare. And Micah, it is great to see you. Thanks so much for joining me for the pre-event podcast today.
Yes, Jonathan, thank you so much for having me. Great to see you as well.
Well, I'm super excited about this event. As you can tell, I'm hyped up. I've had only one cup of coffee so far today. So this is not caffeine talking. This is, I live off about 3 or 4. So this is, for one, I'm not even hyped up from caffeine yet. This is just my excitement about the environment, the opportunity. And I really am excited about it. There's so much to learn out there. I know you're a student as well of just trying to learn everything you can, absorb as much information as you can so you can make the best decisions possible. But before we get into your own story a little bit, I'd love for you to share a little bit about, where you're from and what you do in your role at Paragon.
Yeah. So, as you can see, my name, Micah Major. I'm with Paragon Healthcare, specialty pharmacy based out of Dallas. I'm in Baton Rouge, right up the road from Hope's main office. I'm an account executive over Louisiana and Mississippi, but also I am a patient as well. I have severe hemophilia A, so I'm part of the community, just like you are, Jonathan.
That's awesome. Well, it's blood brothers, right? We're
Mhm.
part of this community, and we really, part of the reason why I think that it's so important that we get involved in these moments is because, by just learning as much as you can, but also learning doesn't just come from a teacher at the front of the classroom. It comes from relationship and
Mhm.
friendship. And that's one of the things I really appreciate about your friendship. I'm always learning stuff from different guys. I've learned stuff from you, and I know that we get a chance to be able to kind of share ideas from time to time. And I'm really excited about that. And specifically in this moment, this is a great opportunity for people who might not know anybody that, else living with a bleeding disorder. People can live their whole lives because
Yeah.
it's such a rare thing. They can live their whole lives not meeting another person living with a bleeding disorder. So, tell me a little bit about what you're excited about with this event and also what you're looking forward to as it pertains to being able to gather together online with people from all over the country.
Mhm. Yeah, so I'm super excited for people to learn not just about hemophilia, but what's the future of hemophilia for the next, couple years, 2, 3, 4 years, and the medicine that's coming out and how life changing it is. Because they might not be able to know about that if they're not going to their HTC, if they're not going to their doctor, every year. They're not going to know. Well, they can find out a little bit more information here and how important it is.
That's so true. That's so true. And you guys are also going to be doing a session at the event as well. I know that our good friend Kevin Harris is going to be talking about different things, but tell me a little bit about that session.
Yeah. So Kevin is famous for his Kev's Kitchen. He'll be doing a presentation, maybe a little bit of demonstrating as well on stretching and flexibility,
Oh, great.
more of an alternative way of using pain medicine and how you can just use your body to stretch and become flexible, protect your joints, and how it can also help heal your body as well, rather than just sticking to pain medicines, unfortunately. But we think this is a good topic with this event, with emerging therapies, and how the new medicine is going to help. I think in a long term, everybody's joints in a long term, but also adding a little bit of stretching, adding a little flexibility in there, and protecting
Yeah.
your joints. I think it's just a great.
Well, a lot of people might not know your background, but you were practically a collegiate, professional,
Yeah,
semi-professional athlete. I like to think of you as an Olympian in hemophilia, but that's
me too.
just me.
Yeah,
But you were actually on scholarship for
yeah,
playing golf, I believe, if that's
hmm,
right.
yeah,
And your journey was really that not only had to learn how to protect your joints from making sure that you stayed on a
mhm,
preventative treatment regimen rigorously, but you
yeah.
also learned techniques like this with stretching, and
Oh yeah.
flexibility is really, really, really key to keeping that joint capsule whole and
Hmm.
healthy, and the recovery time. I
Hmm.
oftentimes, you and I have talked about this before, about how I think that if we looked at ourselves as athletes, I think we would actually take, if an athlete has to spend, you know, a lot of time trying to make certain that their recovery time is efficient in order to perform better. I think how much more people like us that are deal with chronic pain and have a real serious risk of joint disease and
Hmm.
muscle bleeds and things like that, how much more is it important for us to also make sure that we manage our flexibility and
Yeah, definitely.
overall health in that way, right?
It's super important. Even if you're just stretching for 10 minutes a day, it's a life changer. I used to have lower back pain because of golf. And whenever I graduated and got home, I started stretching again. And I'm fantastic now. I feel so much better than I
Wow.
did, 4 years ago whenever I was just working out. And no, I was flexible back then because I was working out daily, playing golf. I needed to be flexible because I'm twisting in an unnatural position. But it's super important to be able to protect my back, protect my knees and my elbows. One, because I'm still playing golf, but two, you know, whenever I'm 50, I don't want to be in pain. So I'm protecting myself
Yeah.
now for the future, and I think that's more important than anything I can do.
So important. So important. Well, I know you're always one of those people that just saying, "Hey, look, if you ever need help, like reach out to me, ask me questions, anything like that." How can people get in touch with you if they want to ask you more questions about your stretching routine, or even about how to get involved in the community?
Yeah, you can reach out to me on my my work email, which is like a or major at paragonhealthcare.com. I will be in attendance to the Emerging Therapies conference, so you can reach out to me there whenever we have
Awesome.
our little exhibit booth. And if you want something from me, I can give it to you, or I can find somebody to give you the more information that I might not be capable of giving you.
That's so great. How can people learn more about this event coming up?
Yeah, you can go to the hopecharities.org website. That's the easiest way to do it. Or you can go to our website, find more information about hemophilia. And if you don't find it on our website, you can find it on the Hope's website as well.
That's awesome. Well, Micah, I just want to say a big thank you to you and really the whole Paragon Healthcare team. You guys have always been such a big support to the work that we do to try to educate our community, but also give these moments to be able to
Mhm,
gather together and learn from each other.
mhm,
We really could not do what we do if it wasn't for your support. And I just want to say a big thank you to you guys for your whole commitment, because we sense your heart and the drive to want to make certain that this community has all the connections that we need to be able to live our best life. And that's really throughout the fabric of pretty much everyone I've ever known at the organization at Paragon. But also it's super evident in moments like this when we come together in these collaborative times to be able to celebrate community and be able to learn from
mhm.
each other's experience. So thank you so much, and thanks for being on this pre-event podcast with me today as well.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We love Hope, and we love what y'all are doing over there.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, man. We'll talk to you again soon.
You too, man.
All right. Well, man, I just want to say again, thank you so much to Paragon Healthcare. They have been such a great support and a great partner to be able to help us be able to make certain that we cultivate these moments to get education out to the people who need it the most when they're living with a bleeding disorder. And I want to invite you again to come hang out with me and Micah at Emerging Therapies on February 21st and 22nd. It's going to be a fantastic event. You can register, just like Micah said, right there on our website at hope-charities.org. And you can also come to his sessions session specifically on Thursday at 2:15. You only need to register one time to be able to get all the links for all the sessions. So it's very simple to do. We're going to be having a ton of fun. So we're not just in it for the material only. We're in it for the community, and I think fun is a big piece of that. So we're going to be playing some games and raffles and giving some gift cards away and all kinds of things. So it's going to be really, really a ton of fun, and it's a great way to kick off the year. It's just being able to get our heads in the game as far as what it means to be able to learn about as much as we can about what is currently available, what is coming out in the next few years, and all the different ways that we can approach our pain management. And all of those things are super important to all of us. So thanks so much for spending time with me today on this pre-event podcast. It's great to see you, and we love you guys and look forward to seeing you very, very soon. So go register now, and we'll see you there. Thanks so much. Bye now.